What's up with you beautiful people on this afternoon? So today I decided to do a different type of video. A lot of times I get on here and I hit you guys with a lot of emotional stuff. A lot of times I get on here and I touch on problems within the world. But today I want to hit you guys with a different type of video. My whole thing for this channel was to embrace imperfections. Was to embrace the notion in life that I'm not all the way okay. That nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? That was always my goal with this. That's why if you see when you see with my videos, I don't do any editing. I don't do anything like that because I want these videos to be raw and authentic as they possibly can. So today I'm gonna show you guys a side that's not as motivational or a side that's not as optimistic in life, because you're gonna have those moments. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be days where you feel like you can conquer the world. There's gonna be days where you feel like no matter what comes against you, you're able to overcome it. And there's gonna be some days to where it feels like, man, you can't accomplish nothing. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get deep in your mind mentally, and you're gonna start just kind of analyzing everything and saying like, man, am I a failure? Am I anywhere close to where I want to be? Will I ever achieve what I want to achieve? Will I ever not live in defense mode? Like, I just got done talking to my girlfriend, so I called in to work today. Just because there's been a lot of frustrations, man, going on with me and my job. And a lot of it has been just trying to find peace within myself to tolerate this job long enough for me to get to where I want to go. You know what I mean? In terms of doing what I want to do, like with this channel and my other channel. But it's the process getting to that's kind of, it's hard to bear. You know what I mean? Like picture this, man. Picture getting up every day. Like, I want y'all to really picture this. I'm finna show for the people who think that YouTube is this easy thing, that these people don't deserve the money that they got, they don't deserve the fame. Let me show you why they deserve it. Imagine getting up every day. Every day you get up and you're dedicating your life to this channel. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, with me, I'm gonna use me as an analogy because this is what I do and I can relate to it. So just imagine the time throughout the day that's spent on YouTube, that's spent to prepare for it. So you gotta think about it. I have a sports channel where I do like sports analyzing and stuff like that. So think about the research that I have to spend. See, most people think that you just get in front of a camera and film and it's over with. Nah, you got to come up with ideas. Then if whatever you're filming, you want to make sure that you're educated on everything that there possibly is. There's going to be things that you're going to miss, obviously. But you want to, for the most part, make sure that you can speak accurately about something to where you don't seem, don't seem, what's the word I'm looking for? Ignorant, in a sense, just speaking from pure ignorance, you know what I mean? So just imagine getting up every day over the course of a year for 365 days doing that, and you're not getting paid for it, and you're not seeing the views and the progression immediately. You know what I mean? You might post 100 videos, and out of 100 videos altogether, you might have 150 views, because you probably get 1 view, 2 views, some views got 0 views, and the 100 views might have came from one video having 50, another video having 30, and it even itself out like that. So, man, it's rough, man. But see, and then just imagine having to work a job, a 9 to 5, that you don't temporarily love. I wouldn't say that you don't really enjoy, because I don't hate my job, but you don't particularly love it. You know what I mean? So just imagine going through everything that life throws at you. Health problems, relationship problems, family problems, mental problems, all those things, while working a full-time job on top of trying to do YouTube full-time, and you're not seeing no benefit from it. You're not seeing a check from it. You're not seeing no progression from it. And just imagine saying you're going to get up every day to do that until you finally get the results that you desire. And who knows if you will ever get those results. But you're chasing the fact that you know that it's possible because you've seen it in other aspects. So it gets hard, man. It really gets hard. Sometimes you look at people that you might have a level of respect for, especially by me being in sports, dealing with sports. Like I was telling you guys in another video, you look at Patrick Mahomes. This dude's 28 years old, that went to 4 Super Bowls and won 3, made millions of dollars, starting up a family. And you look at your life in retrospect and say, man, what have I accomplished? This? Like, I was looking at the video just now. It's a guy I'll be looking at from Dry Creek Wrangler. And he was saying that, so he's like, one day just go in your house. He was like, turn off your TV, put your phone in your drawer, and just isolate yourself. And he's like, get a pen and a paper and write what you would, at this point in your life, write what would be on your obituary. And that's some deep stuff, because you get to thinking about, okay, well, I haven't accomplished really nothing that I, in a sense, want to accomplish. Now, granted, am I going to sit on here and am I going to tell y'all that I'm an all the way victim? Absolutely not, man. I work for everything, but I have a 2-bedroom home, apartment. I have a car that can get me from A to B. I have good health for the most part. Most of my health problems are really dental problems, but other than that, for the most part, I haven't had anything major. I haven't really lost anybody in my family that was close to me. I went through a little adversity with me and my girlfriend breaking up. Now we back together. So I got a woman who cares about me in that aspect too. I have a YouTube channel that is monetized, which is my sports channel. And I got this channel I'm working on, and I've seen progression with that. You know what I mean? So I am making leeway in life, but at the same time, like I was telling my girl just a few minutes ago, it's like I want to get to the point to where I'm not playing defense all the time. It's like in life, I'm always thinking about, okay, what if this come up? How am I going to take care of that? Because problems are going to occur. There's no way that you're going to live or live in this world and come out this world with no scratches. Problems are going to occur. Problems are going to happen. So you figure out, you're trying to ask yourself, it's like, okay, what happens if it does happen? How I'm gonna have to ask this, and I'm gonna have to take this long. It's like, so it's rough, man. Like it's really hard. Like it really is. Like I tell you guys, man, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You know what I mean? I believe in being transparent because this video could potentially save somebody's life who's thinking about killing themselves because they feel in a sinkhole, like they're not gonna get out. Man, I have $400 worth of a dental debt right now that I cannot spare to go pay just because of things in my life that I have to pay, like, bills and things like that, right? I've been driving around in the car without no insurance because I was getting garnished from school debt for damn near a year. And, I was just trying to get that out the way. So some things had to take a back seater. I have 2 cracked crowns in my mouth right now that I don't have the means to go get them rectified. And I'm just hoping to God that it doesn't happen and, within any time in the near future. And now I got to take away time to set aside to go take care of this. So, man, things are rough, man. I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life. I'm 28 years. I just turned 28 years old last month, July 7th. And I'm just looking at my life in a whole. And I go to work, get up, go to work, come home, sleep, go to work, come home. It's just a repeat. And I look at it, bro, I just feel like I'm not accomplishing nothing. I'm working hard as a motherfucker up here at this job, and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. On top of, I'm not feeling like I'm being valued. I don't feel like, respect goes into the work that I bring into this place. I bring a lot of value to my work. You know what I mean? You got to deal with the bullshit with your coworkers. Then you got to deal with the bullshit occasionally with customers coming in and, having that entitled mentality and like, oh man, this stuff is too high, you know what I mean? So it's like, it be days, man, when you just getting your ass kicked, you know what I mean? And today for me has been one of those days. Yesterday was one of those days too. That's what made me decide this morning. I was like, man, I just don't feel like going there today. I don't feel like putting myself in the mindset that I'm gonna eventually get in when I get there. You know what I mean? Because I know that it's gonna be bullshit that occurs throughout the day. So it's like it's like my thing is I want to say, okay, how do I find peace? Okay, just know that I'm working, know that I'm working towards something that can take me from this. Like I said, with this channel and my other channel. So it's just, trying to stay consistent with that. But then, like I say, man, once life ain't going the way that you want it to go, man, you invest in something into this that's very cherishable. And it's something that you can never get back, and that's time. So just imagine investing time into something and it don't pan out and it don't work. You just looking like, man, there was a lot of time I invested. I sacrificed, this to stay home and film, and just for me to do all that, just for me to be where I'm at now. You know what I mean? So mentally you start to beat yourself up a lot, So yeah, man, I just decided to come in and just kind of briefly touch in with you guys and let you guys know that, I'm not always motivational. I'm not always mentally in the right place. I have days where, I kind of go to a rut mentally. If you want to be honest, man, majority of the time I do, because like I said, it's like my job brings a lot of frustration. I know a lot of you gonna say, well, quit. Well, at the end of the day, when you're an independent person and when you really are the backbone to your life, to your survival, you have to be able to overcome it. That's just like with our parents. If you're going up with single parents, your parent, you think that they don't like their job? You think they love their job? You don't think that they hate their job? But guess what? They have a kid. They have you a responsibility, so they can't quit. You know what I mean? Regardless of what goes on up there. So it's just like that with my job. You know what I mean? Is it anything that I feel like is intolerable? I mean, no. But at the same time, I just feel like sometimes mentally, it's hard for me to progress because I have to put myself in this mindset to make it through the day. You know what I mean? And it's rough, you know. But it's hard to think about anything else when you got bills and you got responsibilities, man. You know, you it's hard to just focus solely on self. Like I even asked myself the other day, and I made this statement out loud. And when I made the statement, I thought about it. And I was like, man, you know, I was talking to somebody, I was telling them, like, man, dealing with this bull crap up here, I was like, man, it honestly makes me think sometimes to myself, like, is being able to pay my bills really worth it? Is it really worth all this hassle? Like, for real, you know, you ask yourself stuff like that sometimes, you know what I mean? Especially when you're going through this transition of life, you know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want nobody to ever think that there's anything wrong with them, regardless of people telling you there's something wrong with you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with you, man, when you want better for yourself and when you feel like you're nowhere near. You know what I mean? I feel like it can be a good thing and a bad thing. Now, a bad thing could be that, you know, he used that as an excuse to not chase after what you want to chase after, or to not, you know, fulfill your full potential. You know what I mean? But some of us going to use it as a motivating factor to work harder to get to where we want to be at. You know, and just understand that it's not going to come overnight. It's going to take time. You know what I mean? And for me, that'd be the biggest fear, is the time aspect. It's like, man, if things ain't going right at work, man, I got to go through this shit for another 2 years before this takes off for me. And it's just like, man, I don't know if I can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know, like, so it's just trying to find that place mentally and just be able to operate in that space. And I was looking at another video on YouTube where it was a guy saying, you know what I mean, like he as he got older, he realized that, you know, anger was you just giving people control over you. And it's hard because it's easier said than done. You know, sometimes you do be like, yeah, you know what, I ain't gonna let that faze me. But then sometimes you do get upset. Like this is what irritated me the other day. So I had a lady come in, who was an older couple. And, you know, I was like, man, you know, hey, how y'all doing? I need help finding something. And she was like, yeah, but I don't know what he's looking for. You know, she's a little sassy with it. So, you know, I was like, okay, cool. You know, I was like, man, what you need? And he was like, well, I'm looking for he's like, I'm looking for an attachment that you put on a compressor to air up your tire. So I was like, okay, cool. Bet. Walk him over there to it. I grab it. As soon as I grab it, I'm walking towards him. She's like, oh, that ain't what he talking about. And I'm looking like, how you gonna say that ain't what he talking about when you just said when I asked y'all, do y'all know what y'all looking for? And you said, what I said, I didn't need help. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know what he's looking for. So how you know that ain't it if you don't know what you see what I'm saying? And then I took it to him and it was what he wanted. But I'm looking like, you see, like it just, and I was able to say, you know what, man, I ain't gonna let that upset me. And I was able to, you know, walk away from it. But there be things that happen up there, you know, in terms of management and things that kind of frustrates you to where it's harder to walk away from than that, you know what I mean? Because you're not gonna see them two people, you know, probably ever again in life. But you got to see this person on a day-to-day basis, so it gets more irritating because every time you see that person, that anger and that rage just builds up to where you just be like, if only, you know. So, I mean, I know a lot of people that's going through this with jobs can relate, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand one thing too, you know, whatever it is that you do, your dream job, whatever it is that you want to do, you know, just know that it's going to be bull crap that takes place up there too, or with that, you know what I mean? So it's never going to be nothing that's going to be all the way great, straight across the board. I just think that some jobs, depending on what you do, are more tolerable because you enjoy and you love what you do. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much it, man. You know, I just wanted to kind of get on here and show you guys this side, which you haven't really seen too much of. You know, you always see me amped up and motivating. So now you've seen me operating on a low frequency and just trying to figure things out. You know, but hey, if you can relate and you enjoyed the video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you've been watching and you haven't already, man, make sure you subscribe. And when you subscribe, click that post notification bell. That way you be notified every time I upload. Because just like in every outro I say, and even in this one, even when things ain't going good, just like the GOAT Drizzy Drake say, what's that? I got these videos coming back to back, man. So stay tuned. I'm out this thing. Peace.